to Smallville Fanatic Reviews. This is Season 1, Episode 12, entitled Leech. We open with a school field trip where Clark and Pete are collecting rocks.
How many more rocks do we have to find?
2, rose quartz and meteor rock.
Alright, let's see who can find it first.
Clark cheats at finding some rocks by using his powers. So he'll abuse his powers to look for crappy rocks for school but won't look through girls' clothes? What kind of teenager is he? So Clark starts jizzing in his pants. Only joking, there's kryptonite nearby. He looks fairly surprised by this, even though the class were just told to collect some. If that were me, I think I'd have the sense to get the hell away from there before they started finding some. But it was Lana's necklace.
Hey, Lana.
Okay, I'm finally going to mention this. The kryptonite meteor rocks. Sometimes they glow, and sometimes they don't. Probably the most inconsistent thing in the first several seasons is this random glowing. Sometimes the kryptonite is dull, like this, and if it comes near Clark, it reacts and glows like this. Other times, they're just always glowing. If you're telling me the rocks are always glowing, that's fine, it's an alien rock, I'm not going to question that. But what is going on when they start to glow in Clark's presence? Does no one ever think, hey, that's weird, when you hold this near Clark it glows, and then he starts freaking out and falls over and shit? As far as I can tell, and if you want to keep your sanity on this subject you'll follow me on this, just imagine that it never glows. I'm serious. None of the characters in this show seem to realise whether it's suddenly glowing or not, so I can only assume that it's to show us stupid viewers that it's hurting Clark, affecting something in some way, or just bloody innate sometimes. However, there are occasions, rare occasions, where the characters do seem to realise that it's glowing suddenly in Clark's presence. In that case, just follow the simple rule of, what? Did they realise it's glowing now? Clark was there and then they looked at it, but... blah! Moving swiftly on, this week's guest star is Shawn Ashmore, who would later go on to play Bobby Drake, or Iceman, in the X-Men movies. Sweet! Here he plays Eric, who has a crush on some girl, but her cliched meathead boyfriend is all like,
Hey, loser, stop hitting on my girlfriend, alright? Next time I'm gonna knock your rocks in the next county.
Then he's like,
I'd like to see you try.
Oh, yeah?
but the guy's like,
Lucky your daddy's a teacher.
so his dad's like,
Get with the program, Eric.
Dad,
It's Mr. Summers at school. You have 10 minutes to complete this assignment. You better find every rock.
hey, it's an asshole teacher. I don't think they've done that idea
Been
yet.
educating young people all my life.
But this guy has the added bonus of also being a strict parent. Eric isn't on the bus home, so of course Clark volunteers to find him. So I guess Einstein was testing his weather machine today, as a storm appears out of nowhere. Eric falls off a dam, but Clark saves him by grabbing his bag.
Please, God.
A bolt of lightning hits Clark. Clark tries to put out Eric's burning clothes, but... fire hot! Fire bad! So it takes Clark a full day to realise he has lost his superpowers.
okay.
Clark, are you pushing?
What happened?
I don't know.
Come on, that's the kind of thing you'd notice immediately. He burned his hand right after. It obviously happened instantly, not gradually. Would he not notice that the wind and rain and, well, everything felt a lot harsher on his skin following the lightning?
Why am I bleeding?
Maybe it's just part of your development, like X-ray vision, or maybe the lightning had something to do with it, I don't know.
No, really? I presume Clark didn't figure this out already, because in Smallville, at least judging by some of the things that Clark says over the years, it seems he can turn his powers on and off like a switch. For example, he's not super strong and fast all the time, just when he needs to be. Which would be fine, but Superman does not work that way!
My speed's gone too.
I did not see that coming. Oh no.
Elsewhere, in Eric's house.
Your little stunt yesterday almost cost a fellow student his life.
I can only apologize so many times.
It was stupid and selfish.
Why don't you save the speeches for your classroom?
How did you do that?
You're the science teacher, you figure it out.
Super speed. Super strength.
Whitney's having a tough time with his father being ill.
How are you doing?
Not that great. Can't get my homework done. I can't train. Might as well kiss my scholarship goodbye.
This is obviously an attempt by the writers to turn Whitney into a good guy. Let's see how sympathetic towards him I am now.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you Jonathan Kent, spanking a cow with a sack. Jonathan Kent, cow spanker. Also in this episode, Lex has a compute simulate of the pilot episode Bridge Crash, where he hits Clark with his car.
All the physical evidence points to this explanation.
OMG! Invincibility hacks!
So Lex now thinks that Clark has some superpowers that he's been keeping secret and starts investigating.
I think I hit you at 60 miles an hour. Then you ripped open my roof, pulled me out, and saved my life. You're the closest I've had to a real friend my whole life. You don't have to hide anything from me.
You think I'm hiding something from you?
Ooh.
Here. Take this hammer. Hit me anywhere.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna hit you, Clark.
Come on! If I can get hit by a car, you can't hurt me.
Clark, I just want the truth.
The truth is, I'm just a guy who tried to do the right thing. Isn't that enough?
So both Lex and Clark are hurt by the lack of trust. Now I must admit, this far in the proceedings, I actually side with Lex. This early in the relationship, he's actually very honest and forthcoming with Clark, and Clark just outright lies a lot. Lex has actually been a really good friend, and that deserves a little honesty at least.
Anyway, a suspiciously random mugger steals Chloe's bag and Eric stops him.
Give it back.
Get out of my way, kid.
Weapons shatter upon impact.
And throws him through a pane of glass that was positioned perfectly on the back of a passing vehicle.
What? Seriously? What are the chances of that happening? And have you ever seen glass transported like that? Now the whole town knows he has Superman powers!
In an unlikely turn of realism, this makes the news. What? They're calling him Superboy?
This really pisses me off. So what the hell is Clark going to do when he finally reveals himself as Superman? You can't have someone known as Superboy preceding Superman. Scriptwriter!
You said that Eric was holding a meteor rock. It must have transferred your power somehow.
You know, all those years of hiding. I wonder if it was worth it. Everyone's fine with Eric.
Every time from now on, when Clark whines like a bitch about having to keep his powers a secret, I want you to remember what he just said.
Oh, that damn crow! This episode is really testing my patience.
Thanks for getting that story in the paper. So, who came up with Superboy?
I did.
My finger slipped.
Clark gets jealous because now everyone loves Eric. But then he realises that Lana's kryptonite necklace no longer affects him, so he can actually be around her without getting sick.
Clark, are you okay?
I'm great.
Lex, you remember Dad?
Oh god, Kelly Brook is back with her tycoon father.
This is actually a pretty cool scene, which reveals Kelly was using Lex, duh, to steal trade secrets in order to buy out Luther-Corp.
I hope it was worth it.
Oh, and here's Lana's ass, by the way. Just thought you might, you know, appreciate it. Meanwhile, Eric's parents are freaked out and scared. Not one of these idiots can handle this situation like a mature adult, but it's understandable that Eric rebels given his upbringing and that he's going through puberty.
I never have to listen to you ever again.
And nothing says teenage rebellion quite like a long black leather coat and a boombox.
Hey, you wanna go out sometime?
What do you think you're doing, Summers?
Asking Holly out.
Are you suicidal? You're not going out with my girlfriend, all right?
Watch me.
Hey! Make you come to the table with some bogus stunt and some of your somebody? Huh?
Friend.
Face it, Summers. You're still nothing.
I'm sorry, take my girlfriend. I don't even like her anymore. Clark tries to calm Eric down, but gets thrown into a car.
People land on cars a lot in this show.
Get away from us, you freak.
Nurse required in fracture clinic, please.
Clark, I just heard.
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Lex turns up to subtly check that Clark is really injured. So this puts a hole in his theory that Clark is car-proof and they make up.
Something happened at Eric's house. The police came, but they couldn't control him.
I have to stop him.
Hang on a second. You're hurt, remember? If you try to face him down again, he could kill you.
But he has my strength. Maybe he has my weakness, too.
The meteor rocks?
No one else knows how to stop him. Mom, this is who I am.
Yeah! Clark's gonna kick some ass! Clark visits Lana to ask if he can borrow her necklace, since he needs some kryptonite.
Can you imagine waking up one morning and having powers?
It's scary.
But I still always wished I could fly.
Yeah, that'd be something, Lana.
Clark visits Eric's house, but it's destroyed, and Eric is gone.
He talked about getting rid of it. Said that there was only one place he could do that. Whatever that means.
So the villain left a cryptic message that only the one person who can stop him understands. Helpful!
Of course, he's at the dam, and Eric starts roughing Clark up. There's no storm to recreate the lightning, but there is a poorly protected miniature power station right there that provides the electricity required to reverse superpower transference.
See? The power transfer was instantly noticeable that time. Hey, you know how I always question what happens to the bad guys when they get carted away by an ambulance? Well, we're finally going to find out.
What do you think's gonna happen to them now?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Clark returns Lana's necklace in the protective lead box. And this, somehow, convinces Lana that she should stop wearing it, since she needs to move on from the memory of her dead parents. For some reason. Elsewhere, because Lex is awesome, the whole corporate takeover by Kelly Brook is reversed, and her company is ruined.
It was just business.
You call sleeping with me business? I hate to think what that makes you.
You lose! That's it? No more Kelly Brook? It's over? It's over! It's over! The Kelly Brook side plot is over!
So, who came up with Superboy?